This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 87, How We Create Effective Meeting Agendas at IWT by Ramit Sethi of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. And I'm Dan, I am your host here, and happy Kwanzaa to you if you're celebrating today. This show is where I read to you from some of the best blogs on entrepreneurship, and today I've got a post from Ramit Sethi of I Will Teach You to Be Rich, and he is regularly narrated on Optimal Finance Daily, so please check out that show for a lot more posts from him over the years. But since you're here, let's get right to another one from Ramit as we optimize your life. How We Create Effective Meeting Agendas at IWT by Ramit Sethi of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. When you look at someone who's a master at their craft, you'll notice that they've always built routines for the ordinary parts of life so they can focus on what they're best at. This is why President Obama wears the same suit every day, and Gary Vaynerchuk calls his family in the car on the way to work every morning. These microsystems take a tiny amount of time to create, but you reap the rewards forever. I've been building these systems year after year to earn more, find a dream job, improve social skills, and become more focused, and it's helped me save my mental energy for the things that really matter. This is even more important in my business. I want to make sure my team and I are focused on the right things each day and not wasting time doing unproductive tasks. So here's just a few examples of microsystems in my company. I made a list of restaurants and coffee shops I like, and if I'm having a business meeting, I always meet at one of the same three. No minor decisions. I have a 40-page document that details my travel preferences so my assistant can book flights quickly. I write emails that are optimized for action and expect my team to communicate with me and with each other the same way. We also have a system for how we create meeting agendas. The problem with most meeting agendas. We've experienced a meeting that's unproductive at best and useless at worst. The kind that sucks up hours of our day we could have been using for more productive things, like our actual jobs. This is usually a symptom of a poorly crafted meeting agenda, or worse, no meeting agenda at all. How we set meeting agendas. We've made it a point at IWT to make our team as productive as possible, and that means holding meetings only when necessary and sticking to an agenda. An agenda allows everyone involved to prepare ahead of time, stay on track during the meeting, and perform the appropriate follow-up actions. Here are 5 things every IWT meeting has in common. 1. The scheduled meeting time is as short as possible. When you schedule a meeting for an hour, the time will get filled. If it's simply a status meeting, we shorten the meeting time to 30 or even 15 minutes. We've found that team members will stay succinct and just as much gets accomplished. 2. The meeting has a single objective. Too often, meetings cover too many topics. The result is that there are parts of the meeting that aren't relevant to everyone attending, which means they shouldn't be there. Instead, if we have more than one topic to discuss, we'll schedule short back-to-back meetings. For example, Monday morning we hold our all-team meeting for 30 minutes, and then immediately following, we hold a 15-minute managers meeting. This way, we push out the information that's important to everyone and discuss management items with that smaller group. 3. Everyone gets the agenda document ahead of time. Being able to review the agenda before the meeting means everyone is prepared. If I need some metrics or a status report, time isn't being wasted in the meeting gathering the information. The team can add relevant information right into the agenda doc so we can quickly cover most items. This also allows everyone to prepare any questions or sticking points that the team can work through together. 4. A meeting is not the ideal forum for every discussion. Since we're a 100% virtual company, we use a variety of communication tools on a daily basis. Certain types of problems are best discussed in a meeting, but many are better suited for a Slack channel, a Trello board, or even a one-on-one conversation or an email. For example, if a status report reveals a technical flaw in one of our systems, troubleshooting details don't usually need to be shared in the meeting, even though I'd like to see what's going on later. When meetings get into the weeds, or off topic, it's time to get back to the primary purpose of that meeting. 5. Recognize your team. It's important for me to acknowledge the contributions of my team at every meeting. Each Monday, I feature one of the team members, plus I recognize small team and individual accomplishments. Team managers do the same. This makes everyone feel invested in the success of the project and the company as a whole. How to optimize communication after the meeting. We use a few systems for better communication, especially via email after a meeting. First, for status updates, items that need review, or urgent communication, the whole team communicates this information in the subject line. This might look like this. Bracket, for approval, all in caps, Friday's blog post. Or bracket, urgent, in caps, website glitch. Or bracket, need, in caps, technical requirements for new site. We also use clear next steps in the final sentence, such as, please approve by 2 p.m. Eastern today. Are you available for a meeting tomorrow morning to discuss? Unless I hear back from you by EOD today, I'll proceed as follows. If the email is only to share information and there's no action needed, we use the acronym NRN, which means there is no response needed from the recipient. These are my favorite emails to receive. A final key tool for effective communication is to have a vault of email scripts that you can use and tweak for any situation. I have scripts on everything from giving meeting agendas to finessing tricky situations to asking for time off. You just listened to the post titled How We Create Effective Meeting Agendas at IWT by Ramit Sethi of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. And I'll tell you more about Ramit in just a minute, but first, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this episode. This holiday season, give a gift of exploration and knowledge. Get creative and learn how to make the perfect homemade gift for your loved ones. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/OSD and get a free trial of premium membership. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers membership with meaning. There are so many topics to explore, including music production, web development, creative writing, and more. And here's a fun fact about me. I love collecting fountain pens, and I've always wondered how I can use them in other ways. So I stumbled upon this Skillshare class called A Comprehensive Guide to Hand Lettering, Creating Graphic and Script Styles. And hand lettering is a fascinating skill to learn, and it's especially great when you want to add a personal touch to your gifts this holiday season. And I just can't believe how many resources I'm able to get access to with less than $10 a month with Skillshare's annual subscription. Give a gift that's one of a kind, completely personalized, or perfectly imperfect. Join me and explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/OSD and get a free trial of premium membership. That's 2 weeks free at Skillshare.com/OSD. And thanks to Ramit, he is the creator of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com, which covers personal finance and entrepreneurship. He's a popular writer with a best-selling book of the same name, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, which came out with a new edition in the last year or two. He studied social influence and persuasion at Stanford and previously co-founded PB Works, a Silicon Valley collaboration startup. Last year, he was the keynote speaker at FinCon, the financial media conference, when it was in D.C., and I was there and I was able to see him speak live, which was a lot of fun. And again, he's narrated frequently over on Optimal Finance Daily, which I hosted for a few years. So come check out that show for a lot more from him, and I have his site linked in this episode's description. But that'll do it for today. Have a happy Kwanzaa if you're celebrating. Thanks as always for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday show, where your optimal life awaits.